Beautiful wisteria bush. What a beautiful, beautiful time of the year. Along with the irises and clematises.
Okay, we're getting ready to make some Wistria Jelly. So we went out and got a couple of 3 quarts of wisteria blooms. I'm just taking and pulling them off of the stem and putting them in water to cover, and I'm getting ready to boil it for 20 minutes to make a tea out of it. Good morning. This is Regina from Count Station Honey Farm. Today I decided to try something I have never tried, so this is kind of an adventure for both of us. I was looking yesterday and I wanted to find out, the wisteria bushes are beautiful, and so I'm thinking, hey, what can you do with wisteria? Originally brought it in to start to dry some for my soap, but then got to looking, and you can make Wistria Jelly. So that's what we're going to do today. I took about 2 quarts of wisteria blossoms, and I took last night and I put them in 8 cups of water, and I boiled it, and then I just scooted it back and let it set overnight to make a tea from that. So this morning I got 8 cups of wisteria tea, and I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice to it. And I have my stove on high right this moment because I want it to start boiling. Now, for this, it calls for 3 boxes of pectin. So we're going to put that in there and see what that does, if my scissors will work. Really, the tea is very pretty. It's kind of a purplish looking. There's 1 box. And here's the 2nd box. And here's the 3rd box. Now we're going to let this come up to a boil, and then we're going to add 10 cups of sugar to that. Now, while you're getting all of this done, make sure you have your little jars washed and have it. I put mine in the dishwater to sterilize. And we're going to let this cook for until it comes up to boil that you can't stir down, and then we're going to add our sugar and put that in there, and then after that we're going to jar. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, now we're going to add our sugar to it. Now 1 bag of sugar, and that's a 4-pound bag, it has 8 cups of sugar in there. So we're going to add 10 to this. So I've got this, and I'm going to add 2 more cups to it. Now, just take and pour it in and stir constantly as you're doing it, because you don't want it to get in a big clump. This really smells good. This smell coming up. Now, what we're going to do is we want to dissolve the sugar, and then we're going to bring it up to a boil. And we're going to boil this for 3 minutes, and then we're going to be ready to put it in our jars.
Okay.
Okay, our jelly is now boiling, and it has to boil 3 minutes. After that, we're going to take it over and jar it up. Now, before you take this over, you make sure that you have all of your utensils in line, because this is really hot and you can be burned very easily. So we'll be back with you in a second. Okay, now like I say, make sure before you start that you have all the things that you need. This is the little tongs that I use to lift my jars because they're very hot. You're going to have a little funnel to put in your jars, as you would when you normally can, your little jars. And a clean paper towel is what I use to wipe the rims of your jars good, and then of course your tops. So now before I do this, I take and I skim the foam off the top so that it'll be, and you can't get it all. There's always a little bit left. So just do your best with that. But so anyway, this is a really pretty color. Look. And boy, it smells good too. My. Who would have thought it? Now you're going to fill your jar up to 1/4 of the top of your jar, of your, 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Bruce is saying 1/4 of an inch. It's really just 1/4 of the top of your jar. But whichever you like, that's what you do. Now make sure that you take and rub your towel around the top of this jar, because you do not want anything that causes your jar not to seal. And there's what it looks like before it's cooked. Now afterwards, after I get all these jars filled, we're going to put it in a canner. And it's just a cold water canner or a hot bath, whatever you want to call it. You're going to put it in there and let it come to a boil for 10 minutes. After that, you're going to turn the heat off, take the lid off from it, and let them set in that hot water for 5 minutes, and then remove them and set them over untouched for, I don't know, over 24 hours. So, be back with you in a second. We'll get them all done. Hi, I'm back. I just finished the Wistria Jelly, and it is so pretty. Look at the color through the label. Isn't it beautiful? So, anyway, I just thought you'd want to see the finished product. We'll be selling it over to the shop, but if you have a wisteria bush, go out and get you just a few of the flowers. It doesn't take a whole lot. And make you some of your own, because all it has is the wisteria blooms, the sugar, the lemon juice, and the pectin. That's every bit that's in it. Everything's natural in there. So come out to Count Station and pick up a jar.